Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Ox, here on the show as the one and only GB as we build up to the home match against Ross County. Evening, GB.
Good evening, Ox. How is one?
Good, mate, good. I believe you get the team for us, and I think a few people might be surprised.
I think so, mate. Here we go. Starting 11 tonight is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Lundstrom, Kamara, Lowry, Aribo, Wright and Kent. Our substitutions is McLaughlin, Balogun, Sands, King, Ahmad, Davis, Ramsey, Fashion Jr. and Arfield.
All I can think is we're going to use five substitutes at the right time, mate, you know. I think a lot of people were surprised. People thought there would be kids involved. There is obviously Alex Rowley. I think it makes sense to play some of the players today and maybe rest them on, give them some minutes, keep them ticking over, and rest them on Saturday when we go away to Hearts, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I think so. I'm even kind of thinking back with the strength of the team tonight. That's like nearly a full strength usual team for us, apart from Lowry. But if that's the way the manager's going to play it, then fair dues, get the minutes in the legs, and then get plenty of substitutions on to gaze that rest that we need. The one that kind of jumps out is Jack to be seen again, Ox, and amongst the team.
I know on the bench. When we seen him with the ice on, didn't we? You always worry about Ryan Jack, you know.
Hopefully they're just giving him the amount of time.
Well, obviously, if there's any doubt at all, you can't take it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to see them getting some minutes, and hopefully he maybe even gets at least half an hour on Saturday, you know.
Roof as well, Ox, is not there?
Yeah, I'm no surprised at that neither, mate, if I'm being honest.
I thought just the photos that were getting passed about in social media and stuff like that.
I don't want to know about the photographs you pass about. Yeah.
No comment.
I've seen some of your photographs. I've seen some of the golfing ones as well.
That's all on a sunny day, Ox.
But I know what you mean, but I'm not surprised. Oh, it's only my opinion, mate, but Roof seems to be one of these guys that when he's out, he seems to be out for a while, you know.
Mm-hmm. It takes a long time to recover. Sadly. But good that Lowry's in. I'm excited about this.
Where are you playing him? Obviously, Lundstrom, Kamara sitting, and then in front of him, well, who's up top, do you think? Obviously, I'm thinking Joe Aribo right up top, and then either side, Kent and Wright. And then, so where's Lowry playing? He playing between Kent and Wright? Or we maybe seeing Kent in a free row in the middle. Be interesting, mate.
It will be good, considering the way Lowry plays and the way he played on Sunday there when he came on as well. He was right in the mix of it. I mean, he was getting involved. Him and Ramsey. So I hope that will definitely be a forward position. I can't see him kind of sitting in the midfield. I think it'll be more an attacking role tonight, but it'll be interesting to see if it's Aribo that's maybe sitting.
But Lundstrom and Kamara.
Kamara, aye.
Kamara will be sitting.
And then
Lowry has played in the left of the three. So that would mean would Kent be up top, or is he? You playing him in the free role? It'd be interesting, mate, just to see what Gio sees where the boy Lowry's going to fit in, yeah.
Because Wright and Kent can swap about, can't they? As well.
Aye, left and right, yeah.
So
obviously, hopefully, Wright has made an impact than he did at the weekend there. I think he was great.
Aye, I think we're all kind of wanting Kent and bubble wrap a wee bit as well, aren't we? We don't want him to kind of push himself too hard in these kind of next couple of games. But
again, personally, 60 minutes a night maximum, then bang, not even maybe on the bench Saturday.
Well,
yeah.
When you're looking at the bench, Ox, there's ones in there that really that would be good to give him some game time, especially Ramsey. Ramsey jumps out at me, and Balogun. Balogun's been great in defence as well, so it's good to have him up to kind of match fitness in a squad. And then Ramsey, if we can keep him ticking air, and hopefully he's got a part to play in the final, mate.
That front six: McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Lundstrom. Is that the first name 6 in the team sheet next week? Everybody's fit.
100% Ox, isn't it? That's how I was so shocked tonight when I seen the team lineup. It's you're like that. You're trying to keep these boys safe. You know what I mean? It's hard though to be selfish in a sense because of the way the league is set up for us now. But I understand probably now that he's wanting to probably get the minutes in because I don't think McGregor didn't feature at all on Sunday.
No, I'd play McGregor tonight and bring John in, or even the boy McCrory in for Saturday, mate.
Mm-hmm. And then Tav and Golson, I mean, again, do the exact same as what they've done on Sunday, possibly, Oxa. Just get them. Well, no, in fact, Golson stayed on. We're forgetting he's a machine.
Interesting. That's interesting. It's amazing the difference this Wednesday to what next Wednesday's going to feel like, GB.
Yeah, I think it's more the excitement's building, Ox. Even, I mean, that's as us a week to go to probably the biggest match that I'll ever see in my lifetime. Maybe I mean, that's the anticipation. I've never felt at this time of the season in the league that I've wanted the league games out the road as quick. If you know what I mean, it's a strange scenario to be in. As much as I would still love us to have won the title and stuff like that, it's
yeah.
That is what it is, isn't it?
That is what it is, mate. You're spot on. You know, right? Okay, we'll get these phone lines opened if that's all right with you.
Yeah, let's get the Bears in and see what they think about this.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, people join us all the time. GB, give us the team.
So our starting 11 is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Lundstrom, Kamara, Lowry, Aribo, Wright and Kent. And the substitutions is McLaughlin, Balogun, Sands, King, Ahmad, Davis, Ramsey, Fashion Jr. and Arfield.
Do you think people were surprised at the team?
100% Ox. Let's say the first six there, like you rhymed off there, the boys that we really need to make sure that they're fit and available next week. Although what I would say, and probably a question is, do you think there's still chances in amongst the substitutions for people to take a claim for next week? I mean, the boy Ahmad came out in area at the weekend there. Looked as though he was starting to show a bit of something. Still think there's time for somebody to actually surprise us, Ox, in the build up to next Wednesday.
I think Giovanni will have his starting 11 in his head, and then there'll be at least 7 of the bench will be they'll be picked already as well, and maybe injuries and knocks might dictate who else goes on there, mate. I think pretty much in his head, even though you can't plan it till you've no football, and even then, you still have illness. If COVID's not taught us anything, it taught us how quick things can change, mate, yeah. So illness or injury can happen, but if everybody's fit, everybody's healthy, I think he's pretty much got the 20 players that will be stripped, mate.
I'm ready to go.
I thought even if Ahmed would have scored 4 goals at the weekend, I don't think it would have made any difference for getting in the starting 11. Maybe a place on the bench, maybe.
Aye, yep, aye. I think that's the kind of scenario I'm looking at Oxley, that these guys might have a chance to actually go to the final. Maybe no so much start. Lowry's in the team tonight, but can I honestly see him starting next Wednesday? No chance.
Oh, but he could have a place on the bench because of the rules, mate, with the
homegrown players. Aye, true. And by the way, there's nothing to say that young boy couldn't come off and be a total hero next week as well. I mean, in a sense that he strikes one for 30 yards. I mean, it would just be a dream. It's all still early days into Ox. I mean, we're still running about wondering what's going to happen next week with fan zones and all the rest of it. So I think tonight we just go out, we have another professional performance and get a lot of these players rested up for the game on Saturday, which, like you say, will probably be a kind of a weakened team.
Aye, I mean, some people might argue that with the people available, I know Stephen Davis and Aaron Ramsey, it's hard to believe you wouldn't put them in, but that's pretty much our best team who's available at the moment.
And especially against Ross County, I mean. I'm surprised at that. Maybe they want the game finished early, Ox. Could be if we go out there and
maybe he's wanting to try something. Maybe he's wanting, tactically. Maybe he's wanting to try something.
Aye, because you think about it, probably at this point in time now, they're sitting probably doing and analysing Frankfurt for next week, so they probably want to, like you says, get into the way, thinking of how they're going to attack the game next week and stuff like that.
I know what you mean. I know. Aye, it's interesting, mate. I'm surprised at the team. I'm a shock. No, I'm not. I can see the logic in it. Keep them ticking over, because if say Kent, who never got on, didn't play the night, would you play him on Saturday? That's a big question, getting closer to the game, and then all of a sudden he's not played for 2 weeks, mate, yeah?
It would be, I think, like you say, it would be a bit of risk for Saturday, because Saturday's got to be a physical game, isn't it? Hearts are not really one of these kind of lenient teams. They've got to be coming in.
They'll be in the same boat, mate. They've nothing to play for on Saturday, and also they'll want to make sure they're fit for the following week for the cup final.
Aye, true. Aye.
And talking about people who's always fit, there's that cut. Half fit or half cut, I can't read the difference. We'll be joined by Andy. Evening, Andy.
Good evening. No, sober 3 days, that's not bad, eh?
I'm proud of you, mate. I'm proud of you.
I'm the same as you. I'm surprised he's gone as strong there, right enough. I thought he might have just moved it about a wee bit. On Hearts game going forward, right enough, I would just be a bit careful whatever they put out, because they're amateur. They'll want to damage us a wee bit before the cup game, knowing that we're going into the UEFA Cup game. That's the kind of mentality they have. But I called the Lowry one in the feed last night when he didn't play in the Glasgow Cup final. I thought he might be playing tonight. So I'm quite happy with that. I like as they say, I think about that boy. So I hope he goes out and a good test against a hard team. They'll get stuck in. Well, it's a good test for him, right enough. So I'm quite good with that. But I didn't think he goes strong. I didn't think we'd see the Shagger till Euro final, to be honest with you.
Well, you think about it again, what we just said just before you come on there, Andy, the same as we can. If you don't play him, mate, that's 2 weeks without a game.
Yeah, there is a point in that. Yeah, I totally get that. I'm a bit worried about nothing being said about Jack or no sight of him, even if he was slightly injured. I would have sat him on the bench just to, have him there. But the fact that there's nothing being said since he's gone off, I'm pretty worried about that. I've got a funny feeling he's not going to make it. Go on, Rang.
Fingers crossed, right, yeah.
I think he's pivotal, I really do, in that midfield. I think he makes Big John plays a lot better with him in the team right enough. So we'll see, won't we? We've got to get a result tonight. Nice 3 or 4 I would take, get us up, and on we go at the next game, and then come Sunday it's time to, well, I think I'll come off the drink and get back on it.
This show is not all about your drinking, mate.
No, but trying to keep your nerves set after that Hearts game. Yeesh, I'm not too bad. I'm odd in my own right enough, but your mind keeps casting towards it, doesn't it? Really, it's hard not to.
Yeah, you can't help but say every time you wake up, and obviously, like Fox and that's a bonus, and then you say that's 7 days, 8 days, and then you're counting down 8, 7, 6.
Yeah.
It's like an Advent calendar on Bridges, who's every time he has a nap, he opens a window. You know what I mean? That's another one done. No. Give us a team again, GB.
So starting 11 is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Lundstrom, Kamara, Lowry, Aribo, Wright and Kent. And the substitutions is McLaughlin, Balogun, Sands, King, Ahmad, Davis, Ramsey, Fashion Jr., Arfield.
Well, we'll use our 5 subs. Nothing surer, Andy.
Yeah, I think he'll freshen it up a bit. As Gary said there earlier on, there, if Rangers go out and get a couple of quick goals and start steadying the game down, they might, take Kent and people like that off. I don't think you might play Lowry through the middle, up top, in between the two wingers.
Are you sure you've not been on the drink?
No, I've just got a funny feeling. Like you just said there, he might be trying something different. And I know he's not going to play in the Euro final, but let's just see what happens.
He'll either be playing in the left of the 3, or he'll be playing in the centre of the 3 behind Aribo. I think he'll be up top. Yeah, good to see Joe Aribo back, GB.
Yep, Ox. Obviously, concussion can sometimes keep a player out. This depends the injury, obviously, and how they're feeling and stuff like that. So, again, minutes under his belt, he'll be. I mean, Joe Aribo's career to be playing in a European Cup final next week, Ox. I hope somebody's got a big banner up with Lee Bowyer's statement when Joe Aribo hits that pitch next Wednesday night about saying that he's made the wrong move to Rangers, because does that not epitomise that he did do the right thing moving to Rangers next week? It's great to see him in the team tonight, and like I says, hopefully again it just gets him in the mood, Ox, because when that boy gets in the mood, he is some player for us, and he can be dangerous.
Yeah. I think Lee Bowyer got it tight last Friday, mate. I think he got it tight.
I hope so, Ox.
Andy,
right,
you go, GB.
Sorry, I was just going to bring up Scott Wright, Ox. He's kind of had a wee bit of rise to fame in the squad, in the sense that he's been featuring an awful lot now, and I know they've had to call on him and stuff like that. But it's amazing how he's probably a kind of player like Lundstrom that we were probably saying was done in the team and never to feature again. And then recently he started to feature and be important. I mean, that layoff for Kamara, I'm not saying Wright's the future, but certainly he's got to become an important player the next 3 games running up to the final.
I'm interested to see when he starts. And all I'll say is he played well against Motherwell. Andy?
Yeah, probably right enough. He's got no end product for me right enough, but he's a game guy right enough. So, yeah, would he figure when he brings the down players in and the team pans out the way he wants it? Not sure. But I think he's somebody there that you could have to get the heat down and have a go every now and again, right enough. But must admit, he is slightly improving on game, if you want to look at it that way. So yeah, I mean, he seems to. Do you think he's in because it's forced on us, or do you think he's in because Gio likes him? I'll throw the question back at you.
I think he's in the team because it's probably forced on him. A bit of both, Andy, I think, because Gio did start right as soon as Gio came in. I can mind him getting a chance in the team, and he kind of fell back out the team just because he wasn't performing, which wasn't a surprise to us all at that time. But to be fair to the boy, since he has came in the games he's done, he has worked hard. I can't fault that. I just wish that, like you say, he's got a finish to him.
It just shows you everybody sees it differently. I won't deny that he set Kamara up nicely with that goal, but come on, it was a wee knock round the corner. It's professional football. It wasn't Maradona putting the ball off the line.
No, I get it.
Right. But look, that's my problem for him. I don't think he works hard enough and out of possession. He seems to be. He doesn't. If you notice when he's playing, sometimes we can expose down that wing because he doesn't go these runners naturally. He done okay in the semi-final at times. He played well attacking wise against Motherwell, and he's got pace and he's got a bit of trickery. And he has to, if he's wanting to keep a Rangers career, he's got to become more consistent, in my opinion. Andy?
Yeah, well, there's your point you just made there. If you look at Ken, I mean, he loses the ball or whatever, he will go, get stuck in, tackle, run back and all that, and that's the difference by a country mile, isn't it? That's probably what Wright's got to bring to his game. He does, like I said, he does have something in that, but I don't know, his end product for me is, but like Gary said as well there, that he did have him in the team at the beginning, so maybe Gio liked him at the time, so he wasn't keen enough. Maybe went and had a word in his ear with him and all that, and maybe he's liking little bits that he's seen in it. But again, I can't see it, when we get a full team together and the players he wants, I can't see that being, figure as a starter. That's all I'll say. But you never know. Football's a funny game, isn't it?
Aye, you could end up the hero. You just don't know. You just don't know. What's your thoughts then, GB? I mean, he's got pace. When he gets the ball, sometimes in the middle of the park, he glides inside. He looks a nice player. Then nothing.
Aye, he's got flashes with the potential that everybody keeps talking about, Ox. And I think if you go to the first game against Leipzig, he just totally fell out the game. He didn't offer anything that game. He got heavily criticised, and then, like you say, came back to the Motherwell game and had a decent game. But again, that was down to a week in Motherwell, really, wasn't it? I mean, not a week in Motherwell. We were obviously weakened with the signing off, but I don't know. I think he's in there just because he's needed to now, personally. But Gio seems to see something about him. Just because he lets us, for what I seen at the start, and he brought him into the team, and then he's kind of always had him run about the squad kind of thing. So he must, whether it's just making up numbers, but if that was the case, then you would, like you said, you would just have a Ramsey right in there tonight. I mean, it's a strange one.
I'll be interested to see how it pans out. But listen, I wish him all the best, Andy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anybody that puts on the Rangers shirt, we want them all to do very well, don't we? Or even better than that. They want to come and play for our great club. We'll back them. That's a given. So hopefully he does. I think he needs to fill out a wee bit as well, to be honest with you. Maybe that would help him a wee bit, But I don't know. You can look at the likes of Peter Hooster and already were all slim guys, but I mean, that's a country mile between him and him, right enough. But I'm just thinking, slightness easily pushed off the ball for me at times.
I don't mind that if you're doing all the other things consistently. What your job is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're scoring goals and making goals, doesn't matter if you lose the odd 50-50, Andy. Yeah.
No. Well, you're always going to lose that. As long as you get the heart to get back up and get stuck in, and
as long as you're chasing and you're doing the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that was a given in our day, wasn't it? Right enough. But I think in the modern day now, there's a lot of them players around that they're brilliant on the ball and they can do things, and then when it comes to the dirty side of the game, they don't want to do it. And that frustrates the heck out of me when I'm watching any kind of game, right? And you're playing for 90 minutes, get stuck in, go and enjoy yourself. Nothing better than a good physical battle. And then if you come out at the end of it, you look yourself in the face in the mirror and say, well, I'll give my all. That's all you ask of players, but modern football, isn't it, like you said before?
Well, that's what this team did, but what kind of tempo do you think will be in our game tonight, GB?
I was just actually going to ask you that question, Ox. How do you, all the players tonight, how do you kind of turn the switch off a bit to say, don't go full pelt, but that's all they know, if you mean, is being a Rangers player. They know that they have to go out and win and put in a professional performance. Like, say, Lundstrom tonight, you're really just wanting to say in the boys' ear, just go easy in the tackles. Don't do anything too brash that can put you at risk. I think, like I says, it'll be the tempo. I think will be get a couple of early goals, Ox, kill the game, and get off, get the showers, and get the substitutions on. It's going to be. I just kind of see them being full, like breezing into tackles and stuff like that. Why would you? Why would you risk yourself when you're only 7 days away from a final? I just don't know. You maybe know better, Ox, with playing the game and stuff like that.
If you play at pace, mate. That's when you can get injured, mate. You've just got to do things like you would normally do.
You just get stuck in.
You can't back out, mate. You'll end up getting hurt, Andy.
Yeah, well, you just beat me to the pun there. That's what I would say. Go out and play your game like you naturally would play it, and you know, because like you say, half-hearted into a tackle, and this mob, you know, that I created at my rugby team. This mob, I actually thought the game on Sunday, Scumdee there. I actually thought they were trying to maim some of our guys there at the back end of that, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, geez, you know, like a bit of envious of us being in a Euro final. I mean, it's just me thinking that way, but some of the tackles that they put on in Ross County are more or less the same. They're a dirty mob then. So if we're going in half-hearted in a tackle, as you say, it could be a problem. No, I'll get stuck into them, stiff in them, get a good result. I need 4 of them tonight, get my bet up.
4?
Aye, well, I thought I was going to get 4 on Sunday with the chances they were making right enough, but you got nothing for it when I gave me 9-1 for it. For 4-0.
Tonight?
Aye.
Dear. Aye, the bookies know what they're doing, didn't they? But aye, so you went for 4-0, 9-1.
I took 4-1 as well. Right? I think that went up to 18. I put a fiver on each of them right enough. So see what happens.
All right. Aye. Well, hopefully you're better sorts, Andy, yeah?
Aye, well, I've done not too bad the last few days. I come up dry on Sunday there with the game, but that Biffle guy that did that Canelo, I backed him. Didn't realise, and so I've a few quid to come off of that as well. So there you go. So hopefully keep the run running, and I'll pile it all instead of buying bottles of vodka. I'll pile it all on Rangers winning the UEFA Cup.
I'm interested to see. Yeah, good luck to you, mate. Good luck to you. People just joined us, GB. Give us a team.
Yep, so our starting 11 is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Lundstrom, Kamara, Lowry, Aribo, Wright and Kent. And the substitutions is McLaughlin, Balogun, Sands, King, Ahmad, Davis, Ramsey, Fashion Jr. and Arfield.
Right, a lot of experience on that bench. Davis, Ramsey, Arfield. Let me think of it.
Balogun.
McLaughlin's been capped. Balogun's been capped. Sands has been capped. I don't know about Ahmed. Obviously, King's no. Davis, Ramsey, Fashion and Arfield.
The Fashion's been capped and all.
Who's that?
The Fashion's been capped and all.
Yeah, he's been capped, huh? Only King and Ahmed. I don't know about Ahmed, but aye. What experience on the bench, Mandy?
Oh, there's some caps there, like you said, right enough. I think that Sashin got an hat-trick for his national team. I'm sure he did. Aye. But yeah, there's plenty to bring on there. With Rangers are playing, I just want to see them win, come out playing the feel-good factor, and we move on to Saturday. And then once that's out the road, we'll keep calm now. We'll just talk about tonight's game. But yeah. Oh, Gary, by the way, don't worry about anything that Boyer said. He was a dick down here when he was at Leeds, and he's not changed any, so I wouldn't worry about anything he said. Never liked that guy when he was at Leeds. Talks a lot of key.
I'm just enjoying that. Like I say, a player that he said that his career would go backwards is got to be playing in a European final, mate. I think it's absolutely brilliant. That's the biggest Glenn Kamara you can ever have. So
not just that, he's obviously represented his country. He scored against Brazil. He's then went on and played in a tournament. Obviously, they didn't have the greatest result, Nigeria, and then he's come back and domestically he's won a league title. And then hopefully he can win a European medal and then another domestic medal. So he's done all right with Joe. Plus, everybody knows how good he is. He wouldn't have known how good he was if he was still at Charlton, would he?
No chance. Ox, just see, looking at the team, do you think the position up for grabs the new is between Fashion and Wright? Do you think the two of them are going to have to, like the two of them are going to be jostling for their position?
There's a lot of ifs. If Roof becomes fit in the start with Roof, Aribo could play in that position. If Aribo plays up top, you might have Ramsey playing in that position in the right-hand side of the three. Yeah, so there's a lot of ifs, you know, a lot of ifs.
Because they two seem to always get changed about into the right in fashion all the time. One comes in, one comes out all the time with they two. So I was just wondering if that's the kind of, the two of them are probably looking at each other in training sessions and say, I've got to show more than him and he's got to show more than me to try and get into that kind of starting 11. But like you says, if Ramsey's got to possibly get more minutes tonight, I can maybe see him getting another start against Hearts. So it'll be. It's a week away. It's still you just want the team named now so you can look forward to it even more.
Aye, we'll see. I think there's, again, what the manager's done, I think there's a lot of logic in it, Andy, a lot of sense in it.
Oh, yeah. You can't just... I mean, I said that I didn't think... I said to Suggs, I didn't think we'd play the Shagger right up to the Euro final. And when he said that earlier on, and I think, wait a minute, you've got to get a bit of game time into the legs right enough because you need to keep turning over, don't you? Mm-hmm. And especially in the Shagger's case, right enough, he's not getting any younger. Nice to see his contract. Apparently Rangers are offering him another contract, didn't they? Another year.
Talking social media, but nothing official, yeah.
Right, okay. I think it'd be a year too far for me, to be honest with you. I think what a great way to go out if we could win the two cups. You know what I mean? That'd be absolutely fantastic. You know,
aye.
You could. I mean, I think the boy McLaughlin would be a bit stiff in it because I think he signed that contract thinking that the big Shaggy was going to retire. So I think what they would do if he did sign, I think what they'd do is they'd play John McLaughlin there and use the Shagger sparingly. That's what I think would happen. Right enough. I notice there's nothing coming up for Davis. I think it'll be the last we see of Stephen Davis after these two games next week.
Aye, my Stephen. What a player, what a man.
Oh, brilliant.
What a player, what a man. Aye. What do you think it's going to be with CB?
I'll go 3-0 tonight, Ox. I think it's hopefully a straightforward enough game for our team tonight. Like you says, we've put out a full strength practically team, so get the game killed before half time and get the deck chairs out and the beach balls back out for the second half, mate.
You got your sombrero yet, Gary? I'm waiting for an orange one coming through the door.
Are you sure it's orange? I heard it.
It's bloody orange. I'm telling you. I went to go get my eyes tested this morning up for my diabetes and all that. I get my drops. I tell them, I said, if this act comes back and they're saying it's green, I'm going to go and get a pair of glass eyes and I'm just going to kill it a day. Oh, dear.
Is it Seville?
It's definitely orange anyway.
Is it Seville orange?
It's King Billy orange.
Oh dear. No. Your hats, mate, the colours of them have caused a lot of debate.
Listen, they're absolutely browbeating me in that bloody WhatsApp. I'm telling you. I don't bite now. At first I was, oh, you talk. But I just let him get on with it now.
Yes, mate.
Can I just ask how you're feeling about the kind of league games now? Have you got the mindset is like they're friendlies now, really, in your mind? Or are you still seeing it as important games that Rangers should be going out to win? Because Sunday for me just felt like a glorified friendly, to be honest. I obviously wanted us to win, but that way I wasn't too bored of what the outcome was. It was just really wanting players safe and game finished and move on kind of thing.
I get the logic about being safe, but listen, mate, you've got a responsibility to the 40,000 people who paid their season tickets and going to turn up there, mate. You've got a responsibility to them. So I'm not saying that you'll go as if we had 7 points more in the bag just now, we would play at a different tempo. I get that, I understand that, but look, if we knock the ball about and we play well and we play without any fear, like it is a friendly, we'll win easy because we'll move the ball right and we'll do the right things because you'll be relaxed, and that's what we done on Sunday.
Yeah,
Yep.
That makes sense, Andy.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't do friendlies in any time we anyone on our team, from the youths to the ladies, so they put that shout on. There's no such thing as in my mind as a friendly. Get out there and get it done. Never going to do it all the time, but every time Rangers strike a win, that's good for me. I like that. That's the right attitude. It's what we were born on. We play to win.
Yeah, play to win. Play to win, guys. That sums it up nicely. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, nicely put, Andy. Nicely put.
Yeah.
Gary, I'll teach you eventually. Don't worry about that. You'll get it. I'll get all you.
Gary, I've told you, keep away from them.
That's I'm waiting to see what happens in Seville. I'll just need to look out for the hats and sombreros and everything else. It's got to be carnage.
Orange sombrero. There might be one or two of them in Seville somehow, would you?
I think that's a given, don't you?
Aye. The hat sellers have sold a few hats the last few days. I bet you people need to stop their head getting burnt out.
Aye.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Go on, Gary.
That's what I'm saying, Ox. I mean, you think that the things would be starting to ramp up a wee bit now, that you would be seeing everybody, especially across in Spain and stuff like that, excited to have the income, especially after the last 2 years, how that travel industry's been hit. You'd think we'd be all getting welcomed. We'd be getting welcomed with open arms going out there, but it's been all quiety, and like I says, I'm hoping really by the weekend that we start hearing what it's got to be like a kind of festival feeling over there. You know what I mean? I don't want it being last minute that they just decide to open up a park and put a bunch of fans in together.
I'm sure the talks are taking place, mate, and I think I read today. Let me just make sure I get it right. That Border Police Scotland is the largest gathering Seville has ever seen, about to take place. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, does it surprise us with our support, Oxa? Because we'll go anywhere.
There's two sides to that coin. I mean, the team we're playing, Andy, they're going to bring a few thousand as well, aren't they?
Hearing upwards of 60,000 they're bringing as well. I would be surprised if we take only 100. It could be. I mean, a lot of silly rumours have been going around saying that you're not getting a drink and there's no game being shown. That's just ridiculous, isn't it?
That's been period,
Yeah, that was never going to happen, right enough. I mean, there's no way they were going to do that. You'd have carnage if that happened. You know what I mean? So, no chance. Yeah. Look at the money they're going to make, the actual place is going to make.
1 or 2 quid, you know what I mean?
Yeah. When do you fly out, Ox?
Sunday.
I wish it was with you there, but unfortunately this is going to be one trip I've missed. I mean, I've travelled many games, big games and all that when I know the ticket. Sometimes I've got one, sometimes I know. But in my time of life, it would just be there with the Bears and all that, you know what I mean, and watching all the young'uns and all that. But we'll get another year. Well, we've got to defend it, hopefully, you know what I mean? So, we might be in the Champions League anyway.
We'll see what it takes us. Looking forward to meeting up with people and having a good time, and then slowly but surely you turn a jib an idiot as the game kicks in,
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have a good time. I'm sure you'll meet a lot of the good boys that you know and have a great day. Just get back safely, that's all I'll say to all the guys that I know that yourselves when you get out there. Get the win and get back safely.
Here. This is what's happened, GB. Doesn't matter what we've done this week. Everything that's Wednesday now. These games have just. You're right. What you were saying about being friendlies. Nobody's really interested, if I'm being honest.
No, it's like a tick box exercise. And what I was meaning earlier wasn't so much the players and that. It was meaning like us as fans. It's a strange feeling to have at this time of the season that you're sitting back going, it's a league game tonight. Like usually, I mean, if you're going by last season, you're like, get another one, get the points tallies up, make sure you break records and stuff like that. And then as it stands, you're like, get these games out of the road, get us to the final. I mean, it's and I'd much rather it be that way, Ox, to be honest. Like I says, I'm really, really excited about next week. It's some achievement with the team. And like I says, hopefully these next couple of games just gives them the minutes that they need, the focus and the hunger. And then like I says, they can themselves will be able to build up to Wednesday. Hopefully soak it all in, the atmosphere, the surroundings and stuff like that. So hopefully this is the start of a good week for them all.
Yeah. As Fox has pointed out, it'd be even worse if we didn't have any games.
Yeah,
Right,
all the time I've listened to the show, I don't think that's got to be our first 2 nights not talking about the next game on. Because nobody's last 2 nights, nobody's bothered, are they? They're just where we are for next week, you know.
We tried, but we wasted our time. Let's be honest, you know. Everybody's minds elsewhere, aren't they? The focus is shifted, you know. Right, well, thank you, GB. Thank you, Andy. Always good to have you.
Pleasure.
Yeah, and we'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle. GB.
Thanks, Ox, for having us. Hopefully we get a good Rangers victory. No injuries, please, tonight, people. And enjoy the game.
As I said, we'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating a 4-0 win. Or 4-1.
I'll take that.
Or a 4-1 win, all right?
Yeah.
All right? Take it
all
away.
Right, I'll take that.
Take it away. Foxy boy.
Every Saturday we follow, we cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. We're Scotland's gallant few, though at times they have been hard. We've followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park. Every Saturday we follow to cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. We're Scotland's gallant few. Times they have been hard, we've followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park. Successful team in football, we're Scotland's gallant few, who times they have been hard, we've followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park.